You're listening to a Rock Candy podcast.
Hey, I'm Andrew.
And I'm John.
Our show, Magnified Pod, is the only podcast that discusses culture, religion, politics, and deep dives into the discographies of the bands that shaped a generation of 90s youth group kids.
We share our thoughts on the Christian bookstore alternate universe scene we grew up in, our changing religious views, and the alternative music that formed us, going through albums track by track.
We've also interviewed band members, producers, filmmakers, and artists, and had fascinating, profound, and silly conversations along the way.
Check out Magnified Pod on the Rock Candy Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey everyone, welcome to Joe and Reese's Pickle and Boot Shop, a diabolical brainwashing machine. I'm one of your hosts, Reese Roper. This is my disclaimer for this week. First of all, we claim to only have 6 listeners, and then we switched to 4. Joe finds that I am a full-on hippie, but I find that he is a one-man rodent murdering squad.
Hey, potty mouth.
And that was my mom. She wanted me to put that in every time that I swear, which I'm embarrassed to say is too much. She's been in the hospital for 3 weeks, and she had me record that because she's listening. Thanks to everybody for praying for her. Thanks for listening to our show, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 28 of the Pickle and Boot Shop.
PBS, friends.
Yeah. Reese Roper and Joe Yerke are filling the airwaves and your brains full of all sorts of goodness that you can talk about with half a dozen people across this country.
Yeah.
On the regular.
It's quite a community, that half a dozen people.
Singles and singles of people all across the country. Listen to this, then jump on the diabolical discussion page and rant, all 4 of them, to each other about what we talk about.
Yep. It's pretty...
it's amazing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I sometimes I wake up and I have to pinch myself. Is this really happening?
Yeah.
Are these 4 people
Sometimes
talking about it?
Sometimes I wake up and I pinch myself just because that's what I like.
Ah, all right.
The pinch and roll. The old pinch and roll.
That is. It's not, I don't do it so much because I like it, but I don't like my sack itching.
I don't do it because I like it, but I also don't do it because I don't like it. You know, if you know what I mean, you know?
I don't at all follow you.
No, dude, I know our last thing we talked about Kevin Max from DC Talk.
Yeah.
And did you read the journal that was posted by the dude that toured with him?
It's a PDF, and I was looking at it on my phone, and I wanted to download it on my computer because it looks like a lot. So I did not.
It's a lot, and just to make things fair, this is all alleged. This could be a total work of fiction that this guy wrote. It could be true, but it could also just be a complete work of fiction. We're not saying it's true, so we're going to use the old word allegedly. But allegedly, if that stuff really happened. Oh my gosh, Reese, I'm surprised you have not read that yet.
Is it awesome?
It is bizarre. Chaka, Andy texted me the other day and was like, hey, do you have that? Could you send it? And so I sent it to him, and 20 minutes later, he was like, holy crap, if this guy is as big of a piece of crap as this alleges he is, Andy was like shocked. Like,
Oh my God.
After reading it, I am blown away. I'm blown away that somebody that careless, somebody that allegedly, somebody that careless, that reprehensible, that trashy, that two-faced is what he is still in the Christian scene.
Dude, you got to clue me in. What are some of the things?
One of the things is that he is trying to get a book published on Christian eroticism. And he talks like he'll in one of these like journal entries, like the band, like the journal is written from the one of the guitar players that was hired. And that guy just talks about how in between songs, K-Max has zero skills to talk in between songs and banter. And he'll start to like recite this poetry, this like erotic poetry. And the crowd that he's singing for are like churches that got duped.
Oh, no.
So like church youth groups are like showing up to see this guy, and he's talking about with like being with women like after the show. He's reads off some erotic poetry, and the guitar player says the majority of the crowd is between the ages of 12 and 17.
Oh, no.
Dude, it's bizarre. He goes in like to bars, says that they're hooba stank.
I've done
like,
that, to be fair.
He's like they almost always get into fights in bars. Then K-Max is him with like women is bizarre. I mean, this just journal thing, some of it's so crazy I can't even remember because my brain it doesn't really remember or comprehend like the craziness of it. So it's not real easy to think about, but bizarre. It's nuts. That guy, again, it's all alleged. No one knows if this is a work of fiction or not, but another thing is the guitar player was paid by K-Max's record company to videotape like a documentary. So this guy was like videotaping all over. So when it was time to present it to the record company paid him, took the tapes, and just threw them in a vault. We're like, this isn't going to see the light of day. They probably destroyed him because it would have destroyed this guy's career. Wow. Like if they would have put out like a K-Max thing, he goes through and says what would have been on all the footage. And it's like horrible stuff. So I don't understand how this guy hasn't been exposed. Well, he probably has been. I don't know how the cat hasn't
helped expose himself.
Yeah, exactly.
To kids.
But like I don't understand how he keeps going. Like you got people like Kirk Franklin who, they screw up once, they admit to it, and they're gone, donezo. You got dudes that were like our age, say MXPX, that want to go mainstream and get drugged through the mud because they want to be on Fat Records or whatever the case may be. And then you got this guy who is an absolute alleged piece of garbage.
Alleged.
And he keeps doing what he's doing.
I'm looking at his Wikipedia page. It looks like everything he put out, well, that was just with DC Talk. His solo albums, Forefront, Northern Records, Infinity. Looks like he's doing stuff still on Goatee. Blind Thief recordings. Huh. I don't know this.
Yeah. Dude, you got to read that like tonight to go to bed when the girls are asleep and we're done.
Okay.
Read some of the journal entries. It's like the stuff you read like about Michael Jackson. Like just this like bizarre stuff. Bizarre stuff he says, bizarre stuff he does.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You guys, I'm in the middle of talking to Reese. He rips off his headphones, and the look on his face was like, who just farted?
No, like I think the vent just popped open behind me, and all of a sudden it was like, the house farted. 110-year-old house.
Now, what were you saying about this house? You have critters?
Yeah,
Is this
man.
a house you're trying to sell now or your new one?
No. New one, I don't. So we were supposed to close on December 3rd. So this house was built in 1904. It's just
Wonderful year. Wonderful year.
I think if you buy an old house, you have to be like, I love old houses, which I am not that person, and I never have been. So the whole time, this is probably added to why I'm getting divorced, is it's just me complaining about it all the time. Because I was relatively handy before this, and I've had to become super handy now, like because things are breaking all the time, and like it just like when we moved in, it didn't even have a functional kitchen. They had like a sink. I think the guy had gotten like from Habitat for Humanity, and then tables put up for counters, and so gutted it, and it was like down, it's all plaster and lathe. Everything is all knob and tube wiring, so it's like that old asbestos coated, it's gonna start an electrical fire stuff.
Oh my gosh.
So we've been slowly like phasing that stuff out, but this house is, it's not bad in the summer. It stays cool because it's just plaster on brick, like every outside wall. But in the winter, it's freezing, and there's times when the wind will blow, and you'll see like the curtains moving because the windows are like all
the draft.
Yeah. So sometime, I want to say like 5 years ago, we had rats coming in, and we thought they were coming in through the sewer, so we plugged up this little hole to the sewer, put a good grate on it downstairs, and it kind of stopped. There was a couple of them where my ex, who's like an old farm girl, she was like killing them off, and I didn't want to know about it because I was like, all life is sacred. Let's teach the kids that life is sacred, honey. It's God's design. I
didn't realize you were full hippie.
I was like, maybe they want some patchouli. Here's some
I don't know if this
patchouli,
pickle
rats.
and boot shop would have gotten off the ground if I would have known you were full hippie.
Well, it's changed a bit. It was like, at that point, I was like that. And then we had this air conditioner in the basement, and it was super hot, and so it was like dripping. So we had a bucket underneath it to catch the dripping water. And Amy comes up and she's like, there's a rat in the water. And I'm like, oh, gross. She's like, no, it's drowning. You need to get it out. And like right then, I would have
turned the music up louder and waited another 20 minutes.
I went down there to look at it, and it was like flopping around, and it was enormous. It had to be like a foot and a half long. And right then, I was just like, oh, I'm not a hippie anymore. I'm just going to let that mofo drown. So I did. And then the worst part was I was just like...
Just put a brick on top of it?
Yeah. I was like, what am I going to do? So I was like, I'll just go outside and throw it down the city sewer. I'll just splash it. Well, there wasn't one. So I ended up walking in my pajamas carrying this dead rat in a bucket full of water about 5 blocks. And finally I'm downtown in the dark. Cops are driving by, and I'm like, here's the sewer. And I throw it in there.
Why wouldn't you just throw it in a bush, you weirdo?
I don't know.
Just huck it in a bush like 4 houses down.
Yeah, whose bush? They'd be like,
whoever.
Mr. Roper, we saw you.
Who's your last neighbor?
Saw you.
Who's your last neighbor that side-eyed you?
Yeah. Well, we didn't have any at that time. Now I've got that one. But so they quit coming in, and then we had a period where mice were coming in and tried to, I went to school, my major in college the first time was biology, and I took an ecology class, and we had this dude come in. He was super cool. His whole slant was pest control through without using poison or traps. He was like, these don't work. What you have to do is just find what they're eating and keep them from eating it. And then find where they're coming in your building and just close it. And so he told all these stories about how he was he worked in Chicago, and he'd go to different hospitals, and they'd be just rampant rat and mice problems, and he'd just be he'd go into the break room, and everybody's leaving half-eaten sandwiches out, and all their food is on the counter, and he's like, well, here's the problem. Number one, stop. Cover your food up. Just put it away, cover it up, put it in the fridge. So put up some signs that make people do that. And then it looks like they're coming in here, and then he went down, and there was a train track, and he was like, this is where these rats are coming from. These are northern wood rats or whatever, and they live down here. They're nesting down here. So we're just going to fill this in with rocks. And they did it, and in 2 weeks they didn't have pests. So to me, I'm as a hippie, I'm this is cool. You don't have to murder animals. So I kept trying this in my house. Tried to plug up all the holes, try to get Amy to put the food away and to cover it, which was a really failure. It just never happened. And then my kids, there's food falling off of them everywhere they walk. They're leaving food out, crumbs everywhere, all the time. Leaving doors open, leaving the pantry open, lights on, all the time. So just, it's like we have a welcome mat out for all rodents to come in. And then in the basement, they did not seal up everything very well. So there's crawl spaces that just go to nowhere. You can't get into them. You can't plug up the holes, but then it goes into the joists. So I think mice were just coming in at first. And for a while, I got these no-kill traps, and they were pretty sweet because they're just these little U-shaped tubes. You put peanut butter on one end, and the mice go in, and then it tips up, and then it closes on them. They can't get out. So I was like, this is cool. I can teach my kids about the sacredness of life and to value all life. And so we started calling them Freddie and Freddie 1 and Frederica. And I'd get the kids in the car, and we'd go out to this field, this park, or to the cemetery that's by my house, and we'd let them go. And they just kind of scamper off, and kids thought it was cool because it's a cute little mouse. Well, then Amy was just not digging that at all. She was like, I'm not touching those things. She got these electric traps because she didn't want to mess with the snap traps. So she's putting these things out, and they weren't cheap. They were $30 a piece. But she was taking them down and then just putting them in bags and throwing them in a body bag and out in the trash. And so for a while, she'd just be mad at me, there's a mouse in that trap, and I'm like, okay, can you respect this? I think it's a good lesson to teach kids. It's easy to just be let's kill these things, but really what I should have done is plugged the holes, just found all the holes in the house, but there's so many. So ended up, we were driving these out. We were on Freddy number 12, and then one got caught in a trap, and we had people come over. So Amy put it outside, and it was 36 degrees and raining. And she goes, "Oh, I forgot. I put a mouse outside." And I was like, "What do you mean? You let it go?" And she goes, "No, it's in the trap." And I go out, and it was the teeniest baby mouse, and it was like half frozen to death. And I lost it. I was so angry at her, just like cussing and yelling, just
seriously
so pissed. Like, I would have rather she stomped on it or put it in her trap, because like that's just cruel to me to put a mouse out like in the freezing rain, and it was like soaking to the bone, just shivering. And
but isn't that what they do anyway? They live outside.
yeah, but I mean, so like outside,
or they live in your house.
Yeah, in my house, it's warm. No, but like if that mouse was just outside in a field, it would have a place to go where it was like in fluff, and there's probably other mice around for warmth. It wouldn't be out in the rain.
Reese, you are full hippie. You are full, like way too kind to mice. I'm the guy that like makes the mouse trap with the 5-gallon bucket. You've seen that one, right?
Yeah,
you take a 5-gallon bucket,
cool.
fill it like a third of the way with antifreeze.
No, I haven't seen this one. The one where they like fall into it and they can't get out?
Yeah. You take a 5-gallon bucket, and across the radius of it, you do a dowel rod. And then you slide on the dowel rod a 20-ounce bottle, so it spins around the dowel rod. And you put peanut butter on it, and then you put a meter stick or something like that, like a ramp up to the bucket. And so then the mice will walk up the ramp to the edge of the bucket. They'll reach out for the peanut butter on the 20-ounce, and as soon as they touch it, it spins. And then they'll fall into the antifreeze. They'll die, and then the antifreeze keeps it where they don't stink. So you can get like 10 or 15 in there before you got to pour them all out, put in new antifreeze.
I'm a fan of this without the antifreeze. Like, just take them out.
It doesn't work.
It
doesn't work without the antifreeze.
This is where my hippiness comes from, is that I believe that all life has a purpose, like that it's sacred, that God made life for a reason, and you can just as easily kill it. I mean, it's easier to, I think, kill things than it is to say,
here's my deal that I have with God. If it's out in their world, you don't kill them. I don't kill bugs outside.
All right.
I don't do any of that outside.
Same.
Inside, this is my house. So inside, you get cracked.
All right. I'm with that too, but like,
that's the deal that I have.
I used to not kill spiders. I used to take them outside, except there's so many freaking spiders. Everything is alive and trying to kill you in Virginia. Right. In Colorado, it was just like every 3 months you'd be like, oh, there's a spider in the house. Let's take it outside. But here it's just like another spider everywhere. Like you're always walking through the contents of their vaginas. It's just webs everywhere. Yeah. Thanks, spiders.
Yeah.
So
you can't be like the flaw in your thinking that I believe you have is you're like, God created all life for a reason.
Yeah.
But the problem is he created everything on this world for a reason, and sin ruined it. And so when sin entered into this world and all that other nonsense happened, it threw what his first plan was. So for you to have 60 mice in your house was not the intention. The intention was the mice would be running around out in the field, eating straw, because their predators weren't looking for them. Nothing was eating meat back then. Everybody was eating vegetables. Then sin entered, and then things started killing each other because that's when death came in. So that's the deal. They would kill you. A mouse could kill you.
You're going to get mad at me.
Disease, all that stuff.
They will. Like, I slept on a mattress that I think I got hantavirus from up here on the futon because the rats were taking craps in it. Look, here's where 2 reasons you're going to get mad at me. Number one.
Oh, I won't get mad at you.
I don't think I believe that the biblical account of Genesis is literal. I think it's figurative. I think it could be. I mean, I have faith to believe that God could create the entire known universe or the world in 7 days, and he could do it like that. But I think that it's figurative. I think that, like, the Hebrew word for day is yom, and it means any period of time. So you can say, like, God created the world in 7 days, or 6 days. God created the world in 6 periods of time. And there's lots of Hebrew scholars that talk about, like, the wording in it, how they do it, and it kind of lines up with how people believe things evolved. So to me, I can draw a line. I can be like, yes, I believe, like, my faith says that God could have created the world. He has enough power to create the world in 6 days. It could be exactly like that. But the evidence is that it did not happen that way. And I think it's more beautiful to think that for 9 billion years, God slowly just pieced together everything. And it still lines up with the story in Genesis. It's just longer. But it just seems nicer to me to think that it took 9 billion years for God to get to the point where he had Joe and Reese's Pickle and Boot Shop, which is the pinnacle of society and human evolution.
Yeah. Talking about how to just mass species size an entire population of rodent.
Well, the other thing is that I haven't quit. I haven't given up on this idea that I think all life is sacred, but I've been killing some rats because the rats are back. And now I'm just like, my kids are here. They're like running across the living room while they're in there. So I've got...
Oh, so it's not just in your basement.
No, they're out.
It's in your, like, house.
No, and if you leave food out, like, my kids almost once a week leave food in their backpacks. They get food from school, and rats will chew through it. So both of them have chew holes in their backpacks where rats have gone.
Oh, my gosh.
Snap traps. The snap traps are out.
Dude, you are in that house for, what, 3 more weeks and you're done.
Yeah. I'm so glad.
Oh, my gosh. I couldn't deal with that. Do the people moving in know this? Probably not.
We haven't even put it on the market. Do you disclose that? No, that's what you do a freaking, what's it called? Who's the guy? Short sale. Who's the guy you pay to come? It's not
a pest guy, pest control.
No, he comes in.
Inspector.
You get your house inspected. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm already on my second failure puddle.
I got nothing.
Yeah, when your inspector comes, they find that.
I've been drinking water because I have destroyed my stomach in the last 24 hours.
I want to hear about this.
I have a very bad stomach to begin with. You guys have heard of my gut problems. I have bad acid reflux, and so if I eat stuff that touches on that, my stomach kills. Well, I'll do good for a while, but I like spicy food. So after a while, I got to eat some. Well, I saw online, I was watching some YouTube channel with some YouTube clip, and some guy ate the world's hottest chocolate bar.
Okay.
So I was like, that'll be fun. Occasionally, our family likes to do this. We like to, induce ourselves with pain and then laugh at each other.
And just shit your pants.
Potty mouth.
Yeah, everyone enjoys,
family.
enjoys suffering together. It's funny. You know, it draws you closer. And so I order this world's hottest chocolate bar.
Uh-huh.
And it was $16.
Dang!
It was $16. And the chocolate bar was 1 inch by 1 inch.
What?
So it was 1 inch by 1 inch. But
like a cube?
No, it was flat.
Okay.
So it was a
like
flat,
each piece was 1 inch by 1 inch?
No. The chunk that you get is 1 inch by 1 inch.
Okay.
then that is broken down into 12 small squares. So within that inch by inch, there's 12 little, so it ends up basically with 12 pea-size pieces of chocolate. It is 9 pea-size, yeah, like vegetable, like peas, maybe even like half the size of a pea.
Okay.
So you get 12 of these little things. So the bar comes and it's like 1 inch by 1 inch or 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. And then you could take a knife and split it because it has the already cut, like the already pressed out, like stamped, like little squares. Like how most chocolates do. And you break off a square, whatever. So you can cut them into like 12 of these little pre-cut squares.
Okay.
9 million Scoville made with capsaicin extract from like Carolina Reaper. Just the extract, not the juice, like the concentrate. So I cut it up into like these little pieces, and I have everyone in the house is going to do it.
Okay.
So it's my sister. My brother-in-law doesn't do it because he's not feeling well.
And he's smart.
So it's my sister, my mom, my 2 kids, my niece, and me. So we all take one of these tiny pea-sized pieces of this chocolate and pop it in our mouths. And instantly, mouths are on fire.
You did it
like,
all at the same time?
All at the same time. We all did it. So simultaneously, 6 of us are going bananas. Like I could contain it. I'm used to hot food. It was hot. It was extremely hot, but I'm used to it. So I kind of know how to deal with the hot. Whereas the kids, they were on another planet as far as pain went.
Did they have milk and bread?
Nope. We had bread. We had water, ice cream, bread and butter, and bananas. And so, doing that stuff. So I have one of those that made it down into my stomach. So that started last night. Oh, yesterday I had pizza. So pizza wrecks me too. So I had a couple of slices of pizza yesterday. And then yesterday night, I had this flaming hot chocolate. When I say flaming hot, that doesn't even begin. It's molten. It's like you swallowed the sun.
Oh, my gosh.
And then, it's crazy. So then I'm going to send you one. I'm
hell,
gonna order
Joe.
one.
Potty mouth.
I'm going to order one and send you one because you got to try it. It's crazy.
Oh,
and
no.
So anyway, so then I do that. So then today I get up today, and for dinner today I kind of like really I can't remember if I ate that much today or not, but for tonight for dinner I had chili, and that put me over the edge. So we said that we were gonna start podcasting at 8:00 at night. It was like 7:50, and I got like after the third bite of chili, I had this intense pain in my stomach, like where I have like what do they call it, like a hiatal hernia, something like that. So that was killing from like reflux and everything like that. That was killing me, and then all of a sudden my stomach started rumbling. So I had to run to the bathroom. I text you like, hey, give me 5 more minutes because I'm peeing out my butt.
Yeah.
And so now that we're sitting here, while you were telling me about your love fest with rodents, with disgusting vermin, and all that nonsense, my stomach started going bananas again. So now I'm sitting here trying to control my guts.
Do you need to sit like on a 5-gallon paint drum maybe for this?
On my thumb, more like a cork.
How does it feel coming out the other end, this chocolate bar?
See, the chocolate bar, we had talked about it yesterday because I was like, oh, man, I was joking with the kids. You always try and make a joke as a dad, and then somebody's always there with the facts to, like, poo-poo it. So I was like, oh, man, it's hot going in. It's going to be hot going out. So then automatically everyone corrected me that, no, we didn't eat enough of it because we only had, like, a pea-sized piece. So there's not enough of the oils to really go through and irritate the butthole, which I agree with. But at that time, I wanted to laugh at the fact that, yeah, it's going to hurt when we poop. And then everybody got all serious on me.
It's no time for seriousness.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. But it was correct. So like this morning, like when I went to poop, there was no like, it's not like the oils from it was like coming out in my waist.
Yeah.
It was too little to do anything. It jacks your mouth up, but it doesn't really mess with your butthole.
Jeez.
Yeah. I was hoping it would.
Jeez.
I was hoping for that little bit of butthole tingle just to let you know you're alive, but it didn't happen. But I got to send you one.
Oh, man. Have I told you about
spicy things?
Yeah, did I tell you about when Andy and I ate habaneros?
No.
We'll have to have him back on just to clarify this because so somebody, I think it was the New Earth. Did you ever play at the New Earth Coffee House in Kansas City?
In Kansas City.
Yeah, man, that place was so cool. Some dude there gave us he was like, you guys like hot things, right? To Andy and I, because we did. But we liked hot things like, oh, these are good hot wings. Like this adds to the flavor. Well, this dude's like, here, I got a jar of habaneros. Do you want them? So he gave them to us, and this is like 2001, 2002. Let's say 2001. So hot stuff was just starting, like where people would be like, oh, there was no Carolina Reapers. There was none of that. You know, like
correct, yeah.
It was habaneros was the hottest, and this guy gave us a jar of them, pickled, by the way. So they were not raw, but Andy was like, "Yeah, we'll have to eat them," and then forgot about it. And then sometime like in between tours, I'm like in my pajamas, I'm about ready to go to bed. He calls me. He goes, "Hey, dude, I'm coming over. We got to eat one of those habaneros." So I'm like, "Oh, nah, man, not now. I'm going to bed. I'm in bed." He goes, "Get up. We're gonna eat one." So he comes over, and it was early, by the way. It was like 9, so it was pretty early to be going to bed. But I was beat. So I lived at Dennis's house. Dennis did not live there. It was me and Keith and Leonore and this guy named Jay, who my kids call Airplane Man. He was like Dennis's best friend, was in Dennis's wedding. Super cool guy. Anyway, Andy shows up and gets out the habanero jar.
Pickled habaneros.
And he's like, okay, how are we going to do this? And I'm like, I don't know. I was trying to go to sleep. Let's just eat one. So he just pulls 2 out that are about the same size, and we eat them. And like you start like just, I'm going to nibble it, and it's hot as shit.
Hey, potty mouth.
It's hot. Like, to me, it's the hottest thing I've ever eaten. And I'm like, oh, and he just like basically puts the whole thing in his mouth and chews it. So I'm like, I've got to do this because he did this. So I do it, chew it, and we're both like, oh, just coughing. Like it hurts so bad. Just like walking around like, cough. And then drinking water, drinking milk. I think we had some bread, eat it. About 45 minutes, half hour goes by, and we're finally like, oh, like just crying and awful. But then after, this time goes by, it seems to abate, and he's like, okay, I'll let you go to bed. And I'm like, good, because I'm ready to go to bed. And he goes home, leaves the jar of habaneros in the fridge. And I'm like, thank God this is over. I feel normal again. I'm going to go to bed. Go into bed, turn off the light. I'm laying there, just about to go to sleep. And it's like this stabbing pain in my stomach.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, crap. Well, maybe I'll just fall asleep. And I won't pay any attention to it, and it'll go away. So I'm laying there, and it just starts getting worse. And I'm like, this sounds pretty sissy compared to you eating your ghost pepper candy bar, but seriously, this is the hottest thing I've ever eaten.
Even to this day? Or
Even to this
point?
day. To this day, I've never eaten anything. Like, I think I got a particularly hot one. And as I explain this more, I'll tell you why. Or I'm just not built for this. But, like, I eat hot stuff. Like, I like it. I don't like hot for the sake of hot. I like hot, but I like the flavor of hot things more.
Me too. I enjoy, like, habanero sauces are good because habaneros usually match well with like fruity stuff. Mm-hmm. So if you have like a fruit salsa or a fruity flavor, like a pineapple habanero, a hot sauce, like those are great. It's good heat. It's good flavor. You can still taste your food. I hate the stuff that's just, what do they call it? Da bomb.
Yeah.
Or like that stuff where it's pure pain. Like I don't like that stuff.
Yeah. So I'm the same.
So you're sleeping. Did you end up crapping yourself at night?
Oh, man. Well, so I just kept thinking I would fall asleep, and it just kept getting worse. And so all of a sudden I'm like, I got to throw up. So I go in the bathroom, and I'm like, am I going to throw up? Like, my stomach feels awful. It feels like I'm being stabbed.
I couldn't imagine puking back up after it's all go down.
And it going up your nose and all that stuff.
Oh my gosh, that would be hell on earth.
So I'm like sitting there, and that's what's going through my head. I'm like, I do not want to throw this up. But it feels like I'm being stabbed in my stomach. It's getting worse.
Yeah, that's what I have right now. I understand.
So I was like, I got to get some Pepto-Bismol. So I'm looking under the medicine cabinet, and there's nothing. So I'm like, I got to get some Pepto-Bismol because I'm not going to throw this up, and I feel like I'm going to die. So I put on my shoes. I'm still in my pajamas.
And at this point, Andy's home sound asleep.
Yes, exactly. I start walking. It was like 4 blocks to a 7-Eleven from Dennis's house. So I start walking there, and I'm just like, I gotta make it. I think I had a car, but for some reason I was like, I don't feel like I can drive. I'm just gonna walk there. So I'm walking, and I got about 2 blocks, and it hurt so bad, like my vision was going blurry. I was like, my eyes were crossed, and I was like stumbling around, like, I'm not going to make it to 7-Eleven. Just like the pain was so bad. So I get to 7-Eleven, and I like push through the door, pushing people out of the way, and I just crawl over to the medicine thing, and I grab Pepto-Bismol and unscrew it, and I just start chugging it in the store. And there's all these people watching me. I'm in my pajamas. And the guy's like, excuse me, sir, are you going to pay for that? And I just put up one finger, and I drink like half the bottle. And it like...
You're like, I'm already paying for it.
Exactly. It like gets in there, and it kind of settles everything down. So I'm like, thank God I can see again. So I get up, pay for it, walk back. I'm like, dude, that was insane. Like, side note, don't ever eat a raw habanero or a pickled habanero. Just don't eat one. So I get back in bed, go to sleep. I think I fell asleep for like a half hour, and it started again. So, same thing. I'm like, just see if you can sleep through it. Just sleep through it. And I couldn't. So, like, an hour later, I'm up chugging the other half a bottle of Pepto-Bismol. Go back to sleep. Sleep for maybe an hour. Get up again. Same thing. And then I just remember I had, like, diarrhea. Just all that, and it was just as hot coming out.
Yes, exactly.
And it was just like, oh, no more Pepto-Bismol. But it wasn't as bad. Like, I wasn't blurry vision. And then finally, it was like 5 a.m. I go to sleep, and I slept like I slept like the dead, like it was.
Yeah.
Finally, I felt good. Call Andy the first thing the next morning. I'm like, dude, did you make it? And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, Andy, I slept like 2 hours. I thought I was going to die. I was going to call the hospital. And he goes, well, it was hot. But then I went to sleep. And I was like, oh, you asshole.
Potty mouth.
Yeah.
So I was like, I got a bad one. I think I got a bad one. And he comes back over like that night, and he's like, I don't know. We should eat another one. And I'm like, no, you should eat another one.
You should eat 2 more.
So he
Just to
did.
deal with what I went through.
He ate another one. Same thing. He was fine. Same thing.
Oh, my gosh. About a year ago, my daughter, I got a bag of Trinidad scorpion peppers, which I believe are the number 2 hottest. I got ghost pepper, Trinidad scorpion, and I got 2 of each.
Yeah.
And then I got 2 Carolina Reapers.
Jeez.
And Ella did not want to eat the Reaper because it was the hottest pepper in the world. But she ate a Trinidad scorpion, supposedly the second hottest pepper on the planet. She didn't eat the whole thing. It was maybe 3 inches long, and she ate a third of it.
Wow.
She took a bite of about a third of it and was on fire. And that same thing that made her sick and all that stuff. But
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like, I can do that.
She's
like, I can
tough,
eat that
man.
stuff. Yeah, she is. And I was joking with her. Like, I got this bag of peppers for some guys at work.
Yeah.
And I was like joking. I was like, hey, Ella, you want to eat one of these? And she was like, well, what is it? So she didn't say no. So she's like, well, what are they? So I was like, oh, they're Reapers, Scorpions, and Ghost Peppers. And she was like, oh, which one's which? So again, she's not saying no.
Jeez.
So then I'm like, well, this one's the Scorpion. And she's like, I'll try it. So I recorded it. I recorded her doing it. And it wasn't like, I actually deleted the video because there was nothing of like, it wasn't, you wouldn't watch it and be like, watch her go nuts. Like, she ate it and she was like, oh my gosh. And she drinks water. She drank, like, for whatever reason at the time, we had like 24 of those like little cardboard chocolate milks. And she drank probably 12 of them.
Oh my
She was just
gosh.
drinking those milks. So other than her just drinking milk, she wasn't giving me anything like on video to like be like, oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Like, you got to show your friends or something. So it ended up getting deleted, but she just sat there, took it like a champ, drank
Jeez.
milk for, a half hour and turned it out. It was phenomenal.
Jeez.
I mean, you heard
She's
about
tough.
you heard about when we were in the Insiders. Like, we've talked about that on here before, right? That I had that medicine dropper stuff
Yes.
that we'd put on a chip and have people eat it. Tortured kids doing that, and then ended up torturing myself because I would always eat one, and then I was trying to like build up immunity to it. And it got to the point where like I could do it and I could weather the storm. It sucked, but I could weather the storm. But like other kids ruined their night. I don't know if one of the, I don't know if Daniel Rock or one of those guys from the Diabolical discussion page, I don't know if any of them were backstage once and I made them do it. I thought Daniel like alluded to it.
Yeah.
But we haven't talked about it yet. Like he hasn't brought it up yet with me. But I don't know if he was like, if there was a kid that, listens that's grown up now that I made do that or whatever. But it was awful. I ended up giving myself a what's it called? Not a hernia, an ulcer.
Yeah.
So I gave myself an ulcer, like eating it. I had gastritis. I gave myself gastritis, had an ulcer. And then for like 2.5 months, I had to do the like ulcer diet. Dude. So here we are on tour. And I know I've told this before. Here we are out on tour. Guys, when we go to Kansas City, they're having barbecue. When we go to Louisiana, they're having like, Creole food and all that stuff. Everywhere we go, they're having this amazing food, pizza, all this stuff. And every freaking meal on our rider was I had chicken with no seasoning, mashed potatoes with no seasoning,
brother,
and then like Jell-O or something like that. It was so, for 2.5 months, that's all I had.
Oh my gosh.
And then I would have to drink Maalox before. I would have to drink Maalox before the meal, then eat the meal, and then after the meal, like an hour after, drink like another slug of Maalox. And then I had like, and then I had like medicine that I had to take to like repair my stomach.
Dude.
It was wicked. It was wicked, man.
Dude.
Yeah. And that hot sauce was called Pure Cap. I think it was spelled P-U-R with like the little thing like over the U to make it pure without having an E at the end. And then Cap, C-A-P, Pure Cap. And oh my gosh, it was awful. And then that's the stuff that ended up breaking in my hand. And I rubbed my hand when like Gwen Stefani came to like when we played the Greek amphitheater.
That's
on
right.
Scamania.
You got it in your eye.
It, like in my eye. I had it under my nose. Like my skin was like burned. I had like 1st-degree burns on like my skin. It was all red and swollen. And oh my gosh, it was awful. Awful. Oh.
Awful.
Yeah. So that's been my. So I'm not. You're having a failure puddle. I'm not drinking anything. I forgot to fill up I have a glass here that I was drinking with ice water, but I've been drinking ice water nonstop trying to get all this crap out of me.
Yeah.
Shoo.
Well, so that's our week. You ate some very hot chocolate, and I almost got AIDS twice.
Yeah, that's brutal. You're going to have to tell us what happened. Well, the listeners aren't going to know it right now, but we're only going for another couple of minutes here before we call it a night.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to, for the paid portion, you're going to have to tell us what happened to your arm.
Okay.
Because I want to hear that.
Yeah, it's not that good of a story, but it was.
You got bit.
It's a
you can
good
make
one.
it good.
I did get bit.
Yeah, you did.
This kid's missing her 2 front teeth, and so you can see in the bite marks the gap.
How old are they?
12. This kid is 12. And I had a sleeve on. She could have got me a lot worse, but it was just like afterwards.
You're going to have to wear like chainmail.
Oh, they make these Kevlar ones for welders, and I'm full on getting those things.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, there's blood in my mouth. There's blood in my mouth. I think I hurt myself. And I'm like, no, it's my blood. You bit me.
Yeah, you dummy. I love you because you're one of Jesus's children, but I want to knock your other teeth out. I want to make it where the next time you bite me, you're gumming me. She just bites down on chainmail like a shark, like an underwater photographer and like sharks. Oh
yes.
My gosh.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, we are going to bring the freebie portion to an end this week. If you want to sign up for Patreon, feel free to sign up for Patreon. We would love for you to sign up. Plus, you get an extra 4 hours of content each week. And the stories are maybe a little bit juicier. When I talk about juicy, even our poop stories are better. And all sorts of stuff. If you don't know what we're talking about as far as K-Max goes, become a Patreon and listen to last week's thing. We talk about DC Talk and beef that I had with them, and man, quite the stuff has come out on the Diabolical discussion page and all sorts of things about K-Max. So read up on that. If you're a K-Max fan, hit me up on Instagram or Facebook and tell me why. Let me know the interactions you've had, because the only interactions I've had with him are garbage and all that stuff. And so maybe I need to see the good side of him, because, again, none of us are perfect. I have been a complete idiot to people, just like him. I've been a complete hypocrite, just like him. I have been a deviant, just like him. And so that's what allows me to talk about it. The thing is, I like to think that I've learned from my lessons, and I don't feel like he's learned from his lessons, but that's neither here nor there. Those are my private thoughts that I just let you know. So let me know your interactions with them. Let us know. There was also something that I sent you today. Oh, someone wanted you to post when you did your last show and people sent in videos. I did one like in the shower.
Oh, yeah.
Someone said if you still had that, can you post that on the Diabolical discussion page?
Man, I don't know who would have that. Somebody at 5 Minute Walk.
Okay.
I don't know if it exists.
Okay.
I remember it was amazing.
I can't remember. I just remember I did something like in the shower. Recording naked in the shower and then sending it to you. So it's hot. Yeah. All right, you guys, we are at the end. So enjoy your week, enjoy your time. If you're a paid person, keep listening. But this is all going to be edited because we're not going to keep talking. We're going to bed. See ya.
Thanks, homies. Piece of pizza. Was that a good one?
That was a great one.
Okay, thanks, Joe.
All right, see ya.
See ya.
For more shows like this one, visit rockcandyrecordings.com.